Hey guys, what's going on? We're still waiting for Bobby here. He's stuck in traffic. Real life stuff today. Look, I'm at work. I'm wearing like a tank top because I'm not ready for this. Usually there's toys behind me. I'll have a Marvel shirt on, but I'm here at work. I'm doing a gig for Mattel. Oh, Mattel. This is Hasbro, HasLab. I shouldn't say that. Let me know if you guys can hear me all right in the comments because I'm out here and everyone's having lunch. There's absolutely nowhere else they could put me. You'd figured in a tower, right? They'd find a room where they could have me talk about their rival competitors' products. Come on, guys, get with it. Save me a silent room. So anyway, we're waiting for Bobby. He'll be joining us in a little bit, but we're going to go over the HasLab. Who's it? The 50 years of Ghost Rider, the engine of death, the spirit of vengeance, Robbie Reyes. Let us know in the comments if you are going to fund this thing. I'm on the fence personally. I don't know how you guys feel about it. You know, the FOMO kicks in when you start seeing the influencers like, I got one, did you? Like, but did you really get one? So, you know, it gets crazy. We're going to talk about the tiers, of course, stretch goals. Who do we want to see? Of course, Mephisto was teased, and we have some slides for you as well as what's going on. But with Bobby here, it'll be a lot easy to react to the comments, check out the pictures, go through the slides. I need my man. He's on his way. But in the meantime, I will check out your comments and respond to that until Bobby gets here. So let's go. Yes, we can hear you. All right, G.I. Joe Declassified. Yes, we can hear you. Thank God. All right, it's really loud. Hola, Moody. Gerald Tran. What's happening, dude? What's going on? The cool guy. Moody got the guns out. You know, I mean, otherwise I'd be destroying the work shirt and I'd get in a lot of trouble. But I was able to run and grab my free coffee. So no complaints there. Let's see what we got. Tell Adam we said hello. Adam West is my man Vlad, the Sleepless, the Impaler. What up, y'all? What up? What up? Ghost Rider. Here we go. Gerald, what's up with the former Cobra Connection chat? Now it's the McFarlane Playhouse. Ghost Rider is a pass for me. Never had a connection with the character. Never Spirits of Vengeance. That was like one of my favorite comics back in the early 90s. Spirit of Vengeance. Of course, we had Danny Ketch was a focal point, but Johnny Blaze, you had them both. And I think for people who are deep in the lore of Ghost Rider, this is an amazing item. There's so many complaints I have, so don't worry. This isn't going to be a shill fest. I think it's overall. I think the Hell Charger is beautiful. Not sure why they're not calling it that. It's like the Engine of Vengeance or something. But I don't know. Overall, it's a beautiful item. But I'm sure most of the comments are going to frown upon that $349 price tag, right? Brian Sweeney, you want me to jump on until Bobby Gunt's on? Brian, you just jump on anyway. Brian, just get your ass in here. Help me out. Help me out, fam. Let's see what we got going on here. My stuff's gone. I'm at work. This is madness. Why isn't this here? Oh, here we go. See, I got the D23 thing. I'm a mess. Come on, Ryan, help me out. Help a brother out in need. All right, here we go. Ghost Rider. I got some slides. All right. So why didn't we get? Yes, Ryan, join the party. Vlad, the Sleepless. I love Robbie Reyes, so I backed it from the jump. Whether I finalize the deal come Halloween, depends on the final tier. Exactly. I'm already selling the figures, I think, if I really want the Charger that bad. But then if they start showing and unlocking figures I really want, then that may be tough. So I'm not sure. So why am I showing the old Ghost Rider? Because I think, and I said this in the comments under Hasbro post, our first unlock should have been a motorcycle, right? It should have been, you know, like a Hell on Wheels Harley, or a cool, like if you want to give Robbie a bite. Let's add Ryan to the party.
What up?
What's going on, man?
Nada. How are you this fine afternoon?
I'm good. It's a little bit of a rush because I got like 24 minutes left on my lunch. Bobby had a lot of to-dos, and I thought he was going to be back here well on time. I would have started my lunch at 1 and not 12:30. I'm all looking at the clock. This is insane doing a live stream from work, but somebody's got to cover this Marvel stuff. So thanks for joining, bud.
Happy to jump on.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts on the HasLab, the Ghost Rider HasLab?
I think they knocked it out of the park. It's a really cool design. I like the add-on features to it, the LED lights. You know, it's an amazing looking vehicle. So
Yeah.
And if we can see what those stretch goals are, I think folks who are interested in it will like it even more.
Mm-hmm.
I think they figured out that, adding rocks or dio pieces is not a good stretch goal, and it's figures,
No,
figures, figures. So,
no. And this is where I'll give them the credit. They included all the accessories up front. At first, so when I first saw this, I'm like, 350 for this, no way. But then when they kind of laid it all out in person in the studio, and shout out to Dwight, Ryan, Dan, awesome guys. We love them over Marvel Legends, and they did a terrific presentation. It was cool that they got Tradmore on, Tradmore, not Tradmore on, Tradmore on, as well. You know, writers and artists and stuff. So that's pretty cool that they did that. But when they showed all the accessories, I was like, yes. Then they were like, these are not stretch goals because they've done that with the Rancor, and they saw how that failed, right, Ryan?
yeah, and I think you have to know what your audience will pay for, and when you're asking for 350 for something, it needs to be a home run. And I think the only thing that kind of can be agitating with Hasbro is they're like, we're going to hold back these stretch goals until we get close to those goals. I think if they would just announce the stretch goals, this would just blow it out of the water.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's why I want to get back to this, because this was a 2018, right? And I'm not showing the Cosmic Rider, that's the newer one, but with Johnny Blaze, and it's like, well, if we didn't get this, now we have to pay $100 on Walmart, the scalpers or eBay. But why not include a repaint? You love repainting, redecorating, and give us a Johnny Blaze or Danny Ketch more so. Give us that as the first tier. Instead, they gave us an alternate head and some gray pants for Robbie. So I was a little peeved by that as being the first stretch goal. You make it a bike, it's booked today. What do you think?
I think that since it's like the 40th anniversary of Ghost Rider, so I think that you're going to see more of these Ghost Riders released at retail.
50 years, right?
50 years, okay, even better. So I think you'll see that figure re-released, maybe some little bit of a deco change, but I think I hope, let's just say it this way, I hope that they do figures that you don't see and not do repaints for 350. If they bring out Mephisto and some of the other figures they were hinting at, I think that this makes it worth it.
Yeah.
And I hope then that Hasbro understands these HasLabs are the way that you can bring these figures out that you won't be able to sell at retail.
Yeah.
So take advantage of it while you can.
Yeah. Would you say that Mephisto is the grand finale of these schemes? Because they can even go bigger, and we'll go over. Let's just cut right to the tiers, only because I'm pressed for time, and this is kind of my section of the show. So when Bobby will get here, he's gonna go through the whole. We'll go through the whole car and stuff, the Dodge Charger and everything. But let's go over the tiers. Let's get right into it. So what do you think, Mephisto? Depending on sales, right? That's why they haven't unlocked them, because they want to see the sales before they make the unlocks, right?
Yeah, and I think you'll see this will probably be the next tier, and then probably a couple other demon-like figures down the road. Maybe even, another Ghost Rider that they haven't released, like the initial, Ghost Rider from the film, the cowboy type. I think they just have an opportunity to fill out the roster where they don't. And like the Joe team, Marvel team understands a lot of what the fans are looking for because they are fans. So hopefully we see, something like that.
I was ready for Gerald here. I had the slide ready. Nick Cage, Ghost Rider. We never looked at this as anything good, but now it's kind of like, this is who we want to play Johnny Blaze, because with Robbie Reyes, and shout out, Gabriel Luna was terrific, and I got to work with him. I did background a couple days on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and Gabriel's a cool dude. Loved the show. When he was on, Ghost Rider was on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it was so dope. And but I don't know, were you a fan of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Ghost Rider episodes?
Yeah, so that's where I actually discovered Robbie Reyes as Ghost Rider. So I remember the Nick Cage Ghost Rider. I was not big into the comics, so please forgive me, all the folks out there who are. But, I thought that the Nick Cage film was fun. But seeing Robbie on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I was like, damn, they need to have him split off and do something by himself, because I just think it was a great character. And it's a car, so it gives you that nice mixture. So
yeah, exactly. Hey, look who it is.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm back. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'm getting into my portion of the show, and then we'll go over the when I bounce, or if I have time, we'll go over the Hasbro HasLab page. But right now, we're going over the tiers, the stretch goal tiers, the ones that we want, and we got a good crowd. We got almost 20 watchers right now, and now we got some good people. So Mikey's action figure says, I think if they drop Mephisto as the first tier, well, the first tier is Robbie was a special tier, right? So they haven't
Robbie's the special tier. Robbie is the like if they get so many backers, then we get Robbie.
Yeah. Now how about this one, Bobby? Right there.
Look, that's
Blackheart.
Thank you, Blackheart. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, early bird. That's the word I'm looking for. If we get we'll get Blackheart. Ryan was putting it best, like with the old Nick Cage movies. Like I popped in. Look, that first one, it's ridiculously stupid, but it's fun. It is. I would like to see a Blackheart, not the Wes Bentley version. This version, the actual like. And then you know what? Look, obviously they teased Mephisto. Obviously, that is who we saw like over the shoulder. I think something like this, if they're not going to do the Ghost Riders themselves, if they're not going to do like Johnny and Denny Ketch, then we need to see like these, like Blackheart, Mephisto.
Here we go. How about this? This is right from Doctor Strange movie.
Blackheart was a great character in Marvel vs. Capcom. That is was it Sure?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. That looks like a HasLab in itself. Right? I don't know. I saw it suggested, but I don't know.
Yeah, HasLab that look, that I would love that, but I don't think we'll get that. I think we'll get Mephisto.
And look at that, the Phantom Rider.
Look,
I thought this was a cute. The Phantom Rider. If we got the horse, right? I mean, that would have been insane. I just don't think there was enough packed in here for $350. I understand with inflation, you have to pay everybody, right? And of course, the licensing fee with Disney and Marvel, it's hard, but it's like, I don't know a car and a dude, and like even with 4 figures and even 5 figures, and 2 of them, one's just an easy head sculpt off. Those other figures have to be a gigantic villain type character like Blackheart, Mephisto. So I mean, if those come in, then you're getting your value. If they're just regular 1/12 scale as we're accustomed to, I just don't see the value in this, Bobby. I don't know about you.
And I think we look at it the wrong way. I think when you see that $350 price, Hasbro is figuring in we're going to hit all these tiers. So they price everything
They're
out.
included, but the tiers are included, yeah.
Yeah, so let's say you get 3 figures are the next unlockable tiers. You get the early bird, that's 4, plus you get Robbie, that's 5 figures. $25, that's $125 right off the top of that $350. So the car and all the accessories then becomes more manageable. But I think they look at, we're going to hit everything on these stretch goals, so let's make sure we cost this out correctly so that we don't lose money on it. And I think that's just where they're at.
Exactly.
I do agree with that. It's just
your audio's a little low, Bob.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Can you hear me now? We good?
Yeah.
Look, to be honest, the minute I saw this, like, I will not lie. I started watching the video. My wife thought I was watching porn. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Oh my. I'm like, no, I'm watching a toy video. I watched the whole thing. I ran to HasLab. I'm like, all right, let's. So while I was watching, I pulled it up. I'm like, all right, let's. And I went to go pay, but then like after taxes and shipping, and there's like, it's more than $350. I was like, let me see what we get later on. Let me see what the stretch goals are. Let me see what the tiers are. There's 400. And look, this is not a knock on anything. That car looks amazing. The LED lights, especially after how the his tank looked. They did an amazing job with these LED lights, and I think we're going to see more LEDs with these HasLab. Like, that looks sick. It really does. Like, I think it looks amazing. But the Sentinel and Galactus were 400, and those are huge, huge. It's going to be tough for me to pull the trigger on this. Like that because Trav, at Comic-Con, we saw Galactus. That's a toddler. Okay, Galactus was a toddler. This for 400
for the same price.
For the same price,
So look on the screen. You think that's 400? I mean, we know everything the Hell Charger, the Engine of Vengeance, as they want to call it, can do with the 20 different LED lights and so forth. And they're giving you all the, usually the stretch goal is always like glass effects and different accessories. They're giving it to you up front. I don't know what around the room, Ryan. What do you think?
I think it's going to depend on the figure unlocks for this. And again, I think too, like I said earlier, I think they're really figuring the price in for these figure unlocks. But it could also be a big mistake by doing that if folks aren't like, I need to have this. And it sounds like a lot of folks, they're like, I don't know. The his tank was an easy, like, click, yeah, I'm buying that. It was just an easy. It looked awesome. It's it was $300 compared to $350, but I mean it size wise, up front. If I'm looking at this, you get the one figure, you get all of those accessories. You're getting more than what we initially got with the his tank, but it's $50 more. So does that mean they included those accessories all in for that extra $50?
I love this comment, Ryan.
It's true.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but that thing is that was hysterical what they got.
But that's the truth. I mean, 16-year-old, 17-year-old me, I can remember $500 for a car, right? So, yeah, I think a lot of folks are just going to be like, I can't afford this at this price. And Bobby made a good point. Shipping and tax means it's up to for probably 22 or something.
If you're a Pulse member, shipping is free. But if you're not and you want this,
if you're not, I had this where I was putting my credit card information in, so I had the tax and I had the shipping, and it was $402 pretty much.
Okay.
Yep.
So even if I was a Pulse member, right? Okay, fine. Like shipping. Look, for those of us who aren't Pulse members, because I mean I probably should at this point, but I mean look. I love my Marvel Legends. Like, I do Marvel Legends. This is, I mean, and especially like right after the his tank.
Yeah.
It's just. Now look, if they'd given us the car and the bikes for $350, I'm just saying that's a lot easier. Okay, $388 for non-Pulse. Okay, still, yeah. This is 100% right. If it was 2 bikes with Ketch and Blaze, done. But just the car and just say 4 figures. We'll do 4 tiers. Because Trav, the his tank came with what? 4 figures?
Yeah, but the his tank is so much more involved than this.
Right, that's what I'm saying. His tank, and we saw it at San Diego. That's a huge, huge tank.
The his tank was $299, right? Was it $299?
Yep.
And you're getting same amount of figures.
Yep.
And Classified's a hotter line as far as toy figures right now. It's not as popular as Marvel because Marvel, but it's a hotter line. People want the figures more, so that's okay. I think with this, they want motorcycles. They want more to do it. Actually, I got a list of things this car should do more of, right? So what about, like, Ryan, RC capabilities? We've seen, and we said KJ showed it right in the comments. Shout out to Kevin Johnson, Black Genghis. He was saying something like, yeah, that McFarlane Batmobile, the RC one was $107, right? And this thing isn't even remote control. So I don't know. What's your thought on that before I move to the next?
I think, though, you can't compare McFarlane to Hasbro, number one, because McFarlane is privately owned and Todd does what he wants. So he doesn't have the overhead that Hasbro does. But I think too that DC line is not can't charge what the Marvel line can for licensing, and I think that figures into it.
Yep.
I just don't know if this is the figure, this is the vehicle that makes people excited to go out and buy it. The His Tank was.
It's
Galactus
more iconic.
was.
It's more iconic. So the His Tank means more to G.I. Joe than the Hell Charger means to Marvel, right? I mean,
Right.
I think it's pretty easy. This is a niche. I mean, Ghost Rider is popular, but look at his movies; they failed. The character Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was great, but the ratings did not go. They went up a little bit, but they did not. Look at that show was struggling after that. So he's just not. He's not in the realm of a Spider-Man, Wolverine, Captain America, so forth.
I mean, look, the Robbie Reyes that we saw in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was fantastic. I was talking to our buddy Dave Story about this. S.H.I.E.L.D. was a damn good show. Started off weak, finished off like a juggernaut, and I want that show to come back. However, look, I think Marvel, and granted they're doing this with the 50th anniversary, and I understand that. However, I think with the more supernatural element coming into the MCU, probably like the next year, with like we got Moon Knight this year, we got Werewolf by Night coming out next month. I think they should have held on until the movie came out to release this, because when the movie comes out, and it will, this is the one we're going to be getting. It will be the Robbie Reyes version, the ifs, ands, or buts, because of not only this the newer one, but also the representation. You can go Latino with Robbie Reyes. I think Marvel should have held out. I think they jumped the shark just a bit. Yeah, I think they shot their shot just a little too soon here. But what sucks is this is such a damn beautiful piece. I just, for that price point, I think there is a misconnect here that we're all kind of like, look, this is great. Misconnect on the price, misconnect on the Now, yeah, look, if Mephisto is an oversized like 12-inch figure, okay, then we are talking about the Build-A-Figure price. Putting all that, maybe that's like an $80 figure. Whatever you want to call it. Then we're talking.
Yeah.
But if we're just doing 6-inch figures, I think Marvel has to really kind of sweeten the pot, if you will.
Yeah.
For this one.
So Bobby, just want to shout out KJ. We're all at work. I'm at work. I got to go back in a few minutes. He's at work, but look, I got 5 minutes left, so let's do a fire round of things. I just want to say that these are things I thought they should add. So, as we saw with the His Tank, I thought there was far more light control. Like, we don't have like control brightness and transition coloring and all that, but we did have like the spotlight. I don't know. How do you guys feel now? We got 20 LEDs, but it just lights up and that's it. Quickly, how do you feel about the LEDs, and should we have gotten more with the lighting? Ryan?
No, I think once you've got this all lit up and that's on the shelf and it's dark in your room, you look at it, it's going to be bad as hell.
Good point. Now, how about...
Real quick, don't forget that they do have a pulse lighting on it, so it will flicker. So it'll look like fire actually coming out. So that I applaud them.
Good call. Now, how about the noise, like the roaring Spirits of Vengeance engine or
something?
That. What's that?
They should have had like a rumble, something in there.
Because especially like something haunting and loud and really like that would have. I think that would have sold it too.
The roar of the Charger, because it's a Charger, should be the roar of Soul being in hell. Like, I'm sorry, should have like screaming or something like that.
That's why people buy these cars, to show off, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, and so how about for Robbie Reyes? That could have just been an alternate head sculpt to come with the figure, no? Right? That was a waste. And then what if we had an alternate face sculpt for Gabriel Luna, Robbie Reyes? Now that would have been a seller as well.
That'd be cool.
Celebrity tie-in.
Yeah, that'd have been cool.
And then also, here's another one, Ryan. How do you feel about, for the chain, some fire effects for that?
Yeah, that was the one thing I was kind of surprised that you didn't get the fire effects for the chain. I just thought that would be an addition that they would have had for it. So Now, as far as the extra figure, it's an early bird special. It's an extra. When they did that for the Hiss tank, it was just a repaint of the Hiss driver. So I get why they're throwing in an extra figure for it. It's a new skull, pinless, all that stuff. But I think it's just an extra if you get to that 9,000 and with, I don't know what they say, the first week or something.
Yeah,
so
next Friday.
Yeah.
And then the last one I have is, so Ryan and Dwight went over how when he's in the driver's seat, when Robbie's in the driver's seat, his flames will light up. But how about an independent LED for the head sculpt? I mean, now you're having like a deluxe Robbie Reyes just because of the LED instead of just the regular one. Your thoughts on that, Bobby?
You know what? When they described why they didn't do that and the fact that you have a battery pack in it, I'm like, fair. That's fair. I get it.
Well, we have Iron Man do it, and that wasn't really that big of a problem with the light up chest.
I mean,
but that's a light up chest instead of a head. If it's a light up head, then it has no movement.
Okay, cool. But that's all I had as far as stuff I thought they should have maybe juiced up the product a little bit. Otherwise, it's nice. But go ahead, Robbie. I'll let you guide through. I got 2 minutes left. So
no. Just to piggyback off what you and Ryan were talking about, the flame chain. We just saw that they are releasing the they're releasing that classic Ghost Rider with the flame chain. They could have easily just thrown this into this one. Like that's like you have it all. It's not like you have to like remake it. You have it in your inventory already. Just throw it out there.
Those are very expensive gray pants, Vlad. I'm just saying.
Yeah, very expensive, dude. Same, right?
Look at this. All right. Yeah. Bobby might not get this one, but Ryan does. Remember, and then that guy took over the show, but he did a great job. He had our notes. Hey, I think that's going to be it for me, guys. I'll let you guys take from here, and I have all the faith in you, but But if I get fired from Mattel, I can always work for Hasbro, right? So we got that going on.
Sure.
But I've just talked shit about their HasLab for a half hour, so maybe I'm just going to be jobless after all this. All right, guys. Well, cheers. Talk to you later. I'm on the fence, but the more I'm doing the stream, the more I'm going into the ground with this thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about it. 350, 250. I think it would have already been done already. It would have been done. Or 350 with motorbikes, some Hellraiser cruisers. It would have been done. They just a little more. That's my opinion. Whiskeys, right? Just for me. Don't worry about it. You guys do it later. Presentation. Love those guys. Man, if they could have gotten Gabriel Luna, that would have been dope, right? And then with the face sculpt, I'm gonna go 3.5, just because I think they presented it really, really well. I think it's not their fault, the price tag, but it didn't have enough. Not enough for me. I'm not sure. I'm still on the fence. So that's it. 3.5. I'll be safe. All right, guys. You be safe. Take care.
Later.
Have a good one.
All right, cool. Well, I need to pull up, I guess, the Hasbro pictures. So, I mean, I'm going to just kind of piggyback off what Travis was talking about. Just for me, that price point is where I'm really kind of hesitating at. And of course, as Travis is leaving, he like throws out a bunch of, Travis wisdom. Look, if it had been $250, I think this would have met the whole Hiss tank being sold out, or like meeting their stretch goals by 48 hours.
I think they have it for 300. It gets there. I think it's that extra $50 squeeze that's hurting it. I think you can justify it at 3, but not at 350. And I think it also, you've got to know what the unlocks are. That's the other thing for somebody to be able to justify if it's something I want to go in on. Because right now, an extra Robbie figure is just not that, that extra thing that you need to push you over to spend, almost $400 for this. If you're not a Pulp member, $388 if you are. So, now with all that said, This will fund. I have no doubt it will fund. I'm figuring about 15 to 16,000. They hit all the unlocks. And I think probably that last week, more people will jump on because they'll see what the figures are that they were looking at. And hopefully that will be what will push them over the edge. Agreed.
And yeah, Romo, they teased Mephisto. They had a picture over his shoulder. So yes, Mephisto, Blackheart. I don't know why I'm having trouble saying that name. Blackheart. I'm trying to think of who else. I hate to say this. They kind of limited themselves with the villains on this one. Just because you can't really go into a lot of the Ghost Rider lore. I mean, that might be me. I might be wrong. I was completely wrong on this one. So
I think you're right, but I think if they can go into the lore, this is the item that they can do it on. I don't think it gets past to retail just because you and Travis have both said it. It's a niche character. It's the niche line, and you can't put this in a Marvel Build-A-Figure wave and think it's all going to sell just because you don't have that big fan base for Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
You were also right by saying there's nothing that makes people go, oh yeah, Ghost Rider, besides the Nick Cage or the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which are, a few years in the past.
Yep.
I'm surprised we didn't see a Fantastic Four car. I'm surprised we didn't see something that will tie into something that people are looking for now compared to maybe, I think next year, this is a home run.
That's right. That's exactly what I was saying earlier. Is the fact that look, they kind of this is 100% right. We're celebrating 50 years. I get that.
Yeah.
But I think there are so many other things. I know Romo and I know a few other guys. The Punisher van. If we saw the Punisher van, I think this gets done automatically. I think, but glad you're right. Save the FF for the MCU hype. I get that. And honestly, the only thing keeping me from going let's do it is that $100 price point with all the shipping and all that BS added into it. That's it. And I have to give it to Travis. The presentation was great. The guys are fantastic. Dan, Dwight, and Ryan were great. Especially for the fact that this is the first time in studio. Oh man, if they had a Chloe Benet Quake figure with it, that'd be amazing. Oh man, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and do my whiskey score. I'm gonna go with Travis. Actually, I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna do a 3. I'm gonna 3 out of 5 whiskeys. I think this is the second time I've ranked something lower than Travis. Presentation was great. The puns were hilarious. I'm sorry, I love a good pun, and especially when you can work in Fast and Furious with it. It's even better. But man, there's stuff that, and look, this is still very early on in the figure, but that figure looks sick. I want the figure. I want this. I really want this. But Ryan, bro, at 350, 400.
Hey, look, I went in on one his tank because it was $300 and I could justify that.
Same.
I went on the Robo Skull. I got the all in. I got 2 of them. It was $400, right? Yeah. There's certain Kickstarter items that you're like, I'm in on. I don't have to think about it. I see the value in it. It seems like with this, people are like, it's awesome. It's really cool. But is it $350 cool? I need more.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem.
And that's the issue that we're like everyone here like I want it, but I want it, and that big but is the price point.
Yep.
This isn't like the Star Wars, oh god, what was their giant cluster? The Rancor. No, we saw the Rancor like hard pass. No.
Well, and a lot of it with the Rancor too is people thought they were going to get the slave girl. They thought they were going to get the Rancor keeper, and the figures they put out were all repaints of stuff they've already put out, and they're like, oh, but it's in this classic packaging that you all want, and oh look, we've got rocks and bones, and it's like you just insulted your fan base because they don't see the value in what you're trying to sell them.
And look, and this is not Hasbro. I mean, this isn't Marvel Legends. They're giving us the value, but at that price point, I don't know. We'll see what else gets unlocked. I am not saying no or pass at all. This is a smash path. This is a smash. I'm gonna wait to see what else comes out. This will get unlocked. I mean, we're already 4 hours in. And it's already at like 2,500 out of 9,000. So 2,400. Yeah, it'll get backed.
And that folks are buying 2, maybe 3, because they know that by the time this comes out, people will be like, I should have bought it. And they'll be paying double the price for it.
Yep. Which is what I will eventually be doing for the Sentinel and the Galactus, paying double. But yeah, and look, this is gonna happen. I know I go to San Diego next year, and they're gonna have this on display. I'm like, if I don't get it, I'm like, I should have gotten it. Okay. All right, Michael. Travis will buy 2. Bobby will skip. All right, that's actually pretty accurate. That's probably pretty accurate.
And I think that's the hard thing is it's $350. That's a lot of money for people to put out, and if you put in for the HISS tank, that's $300 that you put out. So I think they need to come up with that magic number is 300 is probably the most that you can get out of a HasLab, unless it's a home run item. Like it's something huge.
Like the Galactus. Like once again, the Galactus was what, 400? 370. It was 375. But that thing is like 350. I saw it at Comic-Con. A buddy of mine bought it, and I saw him. And he goes, I'm probably gonna flip it. How was it cool? And no shade, Vlad. I know you know us. He was like, I'm probably gonna flip it. How was Galactus? Like that thing was like, I almost stole it off the floor. That thing was huge and awesome. Like the figures look insignificant in front, which is how it should be. It's Galactus. This, I could just
But folks were the same way with Galactus though too, because that price point was like. I think the Sentinels were like $250.
Yeah.
So they were $275 maybe. They were a lot cheaper, and people were buying like 4 or 5 of them. That's why that blew out the water. And then I think like Galactus, it was like 30,000 for all the tiers to unlock. It was some stupid number.
Yeah.
And I don't. I'm looking at this as what they did with HISS tank. So it was every 2,000 past the funding goal was when a tier would be unlocked.
Yeah.
So if it's 9,000, 11, 13, 15, maybe 17 for a 4th tier, I think it's doable. But I think they need to drop that $50. It's just too much.
The 4th tier is the price drop. Like you guys said, I'm gonna drop it.
You get a coupon for $50 off.
Like, yay! Okay, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna call. Do my whiskey's 3. Great presentation. The figure looks fantastic. The car looks amazing. I love everything. It's just that price point. It's just I can't do it. I can't do it. Right now. Now, if things change in the next 45 days, I'm like, you know what? Meh, let's do it. But yeah, as of right now, wait and see. What about you?
I'm right there with you. It's 3 whiskeys. I'm going to give props to the Hasbro team because they dropped what the expected price was for the Hiss before they announced the Hiss. So it kind of set people up to accept the price. So you knew going in how much it was going to be, where this one is like here. Oh, by the way, it's $350. I think you have to be upfront more with your, and I get that they might not be able to do that with licensed lines, but it's just, I don't know. I get where people are stressing out about this. And the best thing about it is if you don't want to spend that money, don't buy it, right?
Don't buy it.
Let it go.
It's that easy. It is that easy.
So you know that if there's figures that come out after it, you'll be able to buy them on the secondary market or for somebody else. Yeah, you might, pay $70-$75 for them, but that's the give and take of it. So.
Oh well. Well, you know what? That wraps it up for the our live coverage of the Hasbro reveal. And you know what? As we do always, we'll now just start talking when we get tiers. We can just like hop on here and be like, hey, what do you think about this tier? Like hard pass. But once again, I think Hasbro should listen to us. Probably should hire some of us. Just saying. We'll make your HasLabs much more profitable. All right. With that, gentlemen, if nothing else, Ryan, are you good, buddy? I'm good. Everyone have a great rest of the day. Peace out, everyone. Let me get some cool music on here real quick.